Okay, today I'm going to a little interview about abolish conscription, but now it's during the COVID-19, right? And it's difficult to ask people outside. So I will call my friend and let's call them. And another thing, I will interview them in Thai. So I will put the subtitle up there.
เห็นด้วย เพราะว่ามันมีบางคนที่ไม่เต็มใจแล้วก็ไม่สมัครใจที่จะไปเป็นทหาร คิดว่าการที่เราไปบังคับคนแบบไปทำสิ่งที่ตัวเองไม่อยากทำเนี่ย มันก็จะทำให้งานไม่มีประสิทธิภาพ แต่เราก็ทำให้เสียเวลาชีวิตของเขาที่ไม่ได้อยากเป็น แต่ว่าในสำหรับคนที่อยากเป็นเนี่ยก็จะการที่เขาได้เข้าไปเป็นในอาชีพที่เขาชอบเนี่ยก็จะทำให้งานเนี่ยมีประสิทธิภาพมากขึ้น ก็เลยส่วนตัวก็คิดว่าการที่ยกเลิกระบบเกณฑ์อาหารเนี่ยเป็นสิ่งที่ดี เพราะมันจะทำให้คนที่อยากเป็นแล้วก็มีความสมัครใจที่จะเป็นเนี่ยเพิ่มมากขึ้นแล้วก็ไม่ควรเป็นการบังคับคนไปเป็นทหาร
Certainly, I would say yes. Looking at the USA as an example, they do not need to have the military conscription, but why do they still have people applying for this job? I believe that it is because of the service and compensation that they provide for the soldier. Coming back to Thailand, why do Thai people still need to depend on luck? So I would say that Thailand should stop using the military conscription method and encourage the service and compensation aspect to persuade people to apply instead. Moreover, nowadays where we have the war and it is just not about the guns, but it's already about the nuclear level. One boom, then we all dead.
ก็มีความคิดเห็นว่าถ้าสมมติว่าถ้าต้องไปกินอาหารอะไรเงี้ยมันก็ไม่มีใครอยากไปอยู่แล้วแบบว่าคือกฎหมายไทยอะไรเงี้ยมันก็แปลกๆเนาะแบบว่าเจรดคุณก็ต้องไปกินอาหารอย่างนี้ก็เท่ากับว่าเกิดมาเป็นผู้ชายไม่ก็ต้องบังคับให้เป็นทหารอะไรอย่างเงี้ยถูกไหมก็เลยมีความเห็นว่าถ้าสมมติว่ายกเลิกการเกณฑ์อาหารเงี้ยมันก็ไม่ต้องมีใครไปเรียนรอดอแล้วอะแล้วก็ทำให้ชีวิตในช่วงการเรียนมัธยมเนี้ยมันมีเวลามากขึ้นไม่ต้องไปเสียเวลาอะไรที่ไม่จำเป็นถูกไหมแล้วก็มีความเห็นว่าถ้าสมมติว่ายกเลิกเงี้ยถ้ายกเลิกไปแล้วไปเปิดรับในส่วนของคนที่อยากเป็นอาหารจริงๆอะให้มันเพิ่มขึ้นมันจะดีกว่าไหมที่ต้องมานั่งรับสมัครทหารที่แบบว่าเขาไม่อยากเป็นก็มีความเห็นว่าควรยกเลิกดีกว่า
Today I'm going to talk about amending the Mandatory Service Act. Most people, including politicians, say abolish mandatory service. Let's talk about the pro and con of abolish in the military. Military service is important and necessary for the country. Every country has a territory which has certain territories, and there is a need to protect that land for all eternity and escape from enemy invasion. Therefore, there must be a strong army consisting of any army, navy, and air force to protect and maintain the sovereignty and land of Thailand forever. Within the vision of the external enemy, there may be a several methods. May use force of aggression directly or indirectly through the interference, instigation, political undermining, which be the prepare of those situations in a strategy that require many skills. In addition to having people who serve the military voluntarily by enrolling the school under the Royal Thai Army, Navy, and Air Force, there is still a need for all Thai men to enter the military in order to be trained in various tactics to protect the nation when the country is in the crisis. It will be benefit the country, although the normal state peace corps also contribute to the development of the country and to help the people, such as helping to develop road construction, construction of permissive education, assistant medical care. Sometimes there are opportunities to help and serve people who have suffered from the various diseases, such as fall, storm, etc. Although the military service is good, military service under the Military Service Act is still a problem, and it is impact to be the address as there are still LGBT groups in this segment who have feeling or desire the humiliation, although there are expectations to military service, but it will create inequality in Thai society. There are also many Thai men who are involuntary and unprepared for military service, who may face the problem at home as well as mental as physical problem that may not be clearly proven. This will affect quite a lot because we can see from the current Thai society that there is suicide rate of Thai men because they do not want to serve in the military, which image that are repeated regularly is a picture of the man who rejoices the absence of the military training, intercept with the image of the person who almost fell and stood when they heard the news that they had to enlist in the military with no choice, including recruiting soldiers to serve as soldiers and training violation of human dignity. Sometimes soldiers are punished with serious injury and sometimes death. Possible solution to the military service problem may rely on a voluntary model. According to Mr. Matthew C. Guman of Brown University, has conducted research on the United States military, found that although the United States government has changed from it had been draft to all volunteer force since 1973, but that doesn't mean the volunteer system completely eliminate the problem during the Iran war. Many soldiers are forced to continue their service despite the expiration of contract and does not wish to stay to require the state of an object with conscience is called conscientious objector to not ask to participate in the can against. Soldiers submitting these requests are often hampered by delay in the process. Otherwise, it will be not approved. There have also been cases where these petitioners have been jailed on various charges. The solution is that the military will have to abolish the military conscription and turn to be the voluntary system, including the need to enhance the life of the recruit by providing welfare and advancement in life, along with protecting soldiers from training that violate their human dignity as well as the personal export of high-ranking officers, including military training required courses on democracy, human rights, international military tradition, and international law related to the military, and conscript must receive salary benefit, which must including scholarship, life insurance, family health insurance, and other benefit for active duty soldier stipulation in the ministerial regulation. For example, if it is still a conscription, some people who are graduating and having ability to apply their knowledge, but on their life after graduating must become conscript, which will be cause a lost potential with Thai people, which if we look deeper, which some people may say that author can do. But if in every year you have to enlist in the military, which there are many potential in there, it results in us being short of human resources that may be able to affect that country. The countries might be GDP is higher,